All right.
So, hey all, I'm here with Michael Wathen. He's a professor here at Miami. He's also an entrepreneur, and we're just going to do a quick little interview and talk about his business a little more.
Hello.
So, just to start, give us a little general about your background.
After 5 years in the Navy, I've spent the better part of my career in supply chain management activities. I've been in manufacturing, supply chain manager and director, and then 14 years in consulting, primarily in supply chain. That was all before starting teaching about 3 years ago.
Awesome. So, can you give us a little more of a background about your business or what you've started and what you aim to do with it?
The business I started, Bravo SCM, is focused on helping businesses, small to medium manufacturers, address their cost related issues, which are supply chain and operation issues. So, focused primarily around manufacturers. It's a problem solving business. It's the kind of stuff that I had done when I worked for the companies and in consulting. Now I wanted to do it on my own.
Awesome. Now, what do you see as the economic and social impact of your business?
I am a very small business, somewhere between one and three of us, depending upon the level of business. The social impact, I don't know that I can say there's a social impact. The economic impact is primarily for companies that would want to look at, evaluate, and streamline their cost structure, primarily dealing with supply chain related type things.
Awesome. Are there any issues that you've faced in starting your business or hiring people, being an entrepreneur?
The big issue when you decide to go into a small business, and this is myself and just a couple other guys, is getting the word out. Marketing is really tough, and getting over that inertia point to convince people that it makes sense to do this. That has been the biggest issue that we have had.
All right. What do you see as some of the most important characteristics of someone starting a business?
Well, you've got to be patient. You have to know what you want to do. And even though you know you can do a good job of it, not everybody else knows that you can. So trying to sell the concept to people. If you've never been a salesperson, and I have never been on the marketing side of any business, it's a new and different thing to do. So that's been one of the tougher things to work on.
What do you see as a unique attribute about your company or your attitude towards your business?
Our company is working off of the experiences that we've had over a lot of years. The problems we come up with are not new problems. They're things that one of us may have solved years ago. You might be using different tools, but it's still somewhat the same problems. Uh, what makes us, I think, unique is we don't go in with a solution. We go in to uncover problems and get to the root cause of problems, prioritize those problems, and then make plans to go forward and resolve those problems as the organization has time and resources to do it.
All right. Do you see that capital is one of the most important aspects of a company, or is the desire to achieve more important?
Well, for us, it's the desire to achieve because we are a pure service business. So we do not have, in my understanding of capital, we have very little capital invested in this particular company. What we have is our time uh, and experiences. But we don't need capital in our business like a goods business would.
All right. And the last question is
Okay.
why do you see your business as part of the 20% that do not fail?
I hope that I can say we're the 20% that do not fail because I still say that we're in a very slow startup mode. And I think we have the right attitude to persevere. And hopefully, that we do not fail. I think the reason people fail is they give up. They give up on their dream, the dream of what they want to do in business. So I think having said that, if we keep the attitude, we'll be one of the ones that succeed and don't fail.
All right. Perfect. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, good.
So, after looking at my interview and talking with Mike and Bravo SCM, I found it interesting that what makes him successful is that he took his means, as we discussed many times in class, and applied it to his business. He had worked in supply chain for a few years before becoming a professor, and then decided to do this on his own instead of working in one of the large businesses they did supply chain management for. Some suggestions I had for him is to convince him to reach out and, as we've done, hand out surveys, try to figure out what the benefits and the non-benefits of his business is, find ways that he could improve on it and make it more interesting to the consumer, and also potentially maybe hire a marketer. He talked about how he had issues with marketing and never had been on the marketing side of business. So maybe if he found a guy to do that for him, just on a small side note, he could help the business grow a little faster. And in addition, I just found it absolutely awesome that he truly took what he had already done in life and then decided to build it on off of this instead of just working the big businesses. He decided to put his own business into place. And it was also awesome that they said they don't have the answers to the problems right away. They're not always going to be the right answers. It's not going to be the same answer for every problem. So what they do is they come into it with an open mind and then take the necessary steps to solve these problems, which I think as an entrepreneur is necessary because things are never laid out in place. So I'd like to thank Mike and thank everyone for watching this video. He was a great guy to talk to, and I definitely learned a lot from him.